With threats to our nation waiting around every corner, adaptability is more important than ever. When conditions change without notice, quick strategic thinking is crucial. And with obstacles consistently impending, determination is essential in overcoming them. It's this willingness, decisiveness, and resilience that sets Marines apart. With our fighting spirit, we don't just fight battles, we win them. Marines are the constant our nation counts on to fight the unknown. And through adaptable problem solving, we do just that. Learn more at marines.com.
The most important thing in quarterback is knowing where to go with the football and playing on time. If we can play on time, it doesn't matter what blitz they bring, what coverage they play. If we know what's going on, we know where to go with the football, we can beat all that stuff.
In this segment from the 2023 Lawrence First and Goal Clinic, Michigan quarterback coach Kirk Campbell discusses his journey from playing Division II ball to his current position as quarterbacks coach at Michigan. He emphasizes the importance of hard work, dedication, and making connections in the coaching profession, and then delves into the process of quarterback development and coverage recognition, highlighting the pre-snap checklist for coverage identification and post-snap confirmation process. Coach Campbell emphasizes the significance of focusing on the process rather than the prize, echoing the philosophy of Coach Bill Walsh and emphasizing the need for quarterbacks to understand and react to defensive movements on the field. Stay tuned to our Winning Edge takeaways and important information on how you can save on the 2024 Lawrence First and Goal Clinic and get access to all of the 2023 presentations, including Coach Campbell's coverage recognition presentation, until the 2024 clinic starts. What you see on tape is a direct reflection of what you teach and how you teach. Video is important, but if you don't teach well, you're not going to like what you see on your video. First Down Playbook has been helping coaches teach better for 13 years. It allows you to present installs, playbooks, and practice cards in half the time with NFL quality. Coaching tools like video pairing, a player app, practice schedules, and wristband sheets have made First Down Playbook a program management system with everything in one place. If you're in a position of leadership with your football program, receive a free 1-week look at First Down Playbook. Call them at 512-814-6158 or visit them on their website or social media. Mention Coach and Coordinator Podcast or use the coupon code COACH24 to receive a $100 discount off the normal $700 First Down Playbook team membership price. Links and the phone number are in the show notes. As coaches, we know that some of the biggest hurdles to our team's success can come from off the field. Your team needs support to tackle the endless list of expenses, uniforms, training equipment, travel, and more. But raising that money can feel like a full-time job. Thankfully, there's Vertical Raise. Vertical Raise is the premier online fundraising platform using innovative technology to create the easiest and most efficient system available. Raise more money in less time with a local fundraising coach who works with your team every step of the way to customize the ideal fundraiser. With options for online donations, digital discount cards, premium product sales, and even spirit shops, Vertical Raise has top-of-the-line solutions for every fundraising style. To find out more, visit verticalraise.com and we'll get you connected with an exclusive offer on your first fundraiser.
My background, I think this is extremely important. I don't want to belabor it, but I just want people to know that they're striving to work their way up, hard work and dedication, and the commitment to your craft. It's possible. I was a Division II guy my entire career, played Division II ball, started Division II for 8 years, got that opportunity to go to Penn State. And it really, gave me an opportunity just to meet people, make connections, that you meet, whether you're working with them or you go to the convention. I think all those things are important. And then from Penn State, I was an offense coordinator for 2 years at Old Dominion and made my way here to Michigan. When I was at Michigan, I was actually an offensive analyst last year and just kind of, like I said, just continue to do your hard work and do the thing the right way. And you never know what could come your way. And I got bumped up to quarterbacks a month and a half ago. So just a little bit about me, and then let's get started. It's going to be as he said, we're going to talk about quarterback development and then some coverage recognition stuff. And this is basically how we here at Michigan develop the quarterback to make sure they're prepared for games. So I love this quote by Bill Walsh. We talk about this in my room. I think it's super important that us as coaches, we stick to this philosophy and this process instead of, go elsewhere, but concentrate on what will produce results rather than on the results. Focus on the process, not the prize. And what I mean by that is exactly how we're going to go through our individual drills here, and how I talk about them and how we instill them. But it's all about the process. Why are we doing something? How are we doing something? How is it going to affect us on Saturdays come the fall? So now I'm going to talk about coverage identification. I think this is really important. And this is part of how we talk about in the quarterback room and what we do every single snap to make sure that they understand what's going on, how we make sure we have a platform to play on time. Because the most important thing in quarterback is knowing where to go with the football and playing on time. If we can play on time, it doesn't matter what blitz they bring, what coverage they play. If we know what's going on, we know where to go with the football, we can beat all that stuff. So this is how we talk about coverage identification in my room. I learned this from Joe Moorhead. He's the head coach at Akron now. Great coach. I worked with him at Penn State. Learned a lot from that guy. And this is a process that we talk about every single day. So what we talk about on every single snap in my room when we talk about coverage identification is 1 high or 2 high. So that's the first thing I'll ask. I'll pop up on a clip and I'll go, all right, here we go, JJ, what do you see? And if he doesn't say 1 high or 2 high, right? If he doesn't say it's 1 high or he doesn't say it's 2 high, I'm like, no, start over, right? This is important. It's ingrained on every play. RPOs included, run plays included, because it's a checklist that they should be taking information on every play. So they line up, they should say 1 high or 2 high, man eyes or zone eyes. And what I mean by that is the DBs, the corners looking at the receiver, or are they looking in at the quarterback? Now, the biggest thing we also talk about is eyes tell lies. So like he could be looking in at the quarterback, but on the snap, he looks at the receiver. So these are all pre-snap checklists. So man eyes, zone eyes. So we take that whole shell. And then we can talk about linebacker skew or safety rotation. So some people talk about the shell, the safety shell. That is what we're incorporating here, but this is the terminology I use. So like, are the linebackers bumped in a certain direction? So let's talk about that. So let's say the will linebacker is in, a 20, the corner is pressed outside and the safety's kind of off. Well, the will linebacker is making space for somebody. Is he making space for boundary rotation, or is he making space for a cloud corner? So that's what I mean by linebacker skew. Is he bumped that way because there's going to be a blitz? And then safety rotation, as simple as it says, are they off levels? So when you look at those two safeties from behind, are they off levels? Is the one safety tighter than the other, or is the one safety deeper than the other? Or are they pre-snap rotated, capping the Sam linebacker? We know the blitz is coming that way. So that's how we go through that. And this is a pre-snap checklist. Obviously, with a pre-snap checklist, you have to have post-snap confirmation. Okay, so everything you gather in the pre-snap, you have to confirm it after the snap is made. So what we talk about is we will read through the goalpost. So when we take that snap, we catch the football, our quarterback's vision, and this could change by play, and I'll cover this towards the end, but he is looking through the goalpost. He needs to see the movement of the safety. Okay, so if there's any defensive guys in here, you know that a safety can do a couple different things. In the whole entire secondary, the safeties are on what I call a bicycle chain. So if the field safety moves this way, the boundary safety is going with them. The boundary safety moves this way, the field safety is going with them. So they're going to move. The linebackers will move as such as well, right? So like everybody is kind of moving on a bicycle chain. So the boundary safety movement is who we're talking about right now. Is he going straight back? So what I mean by that is he slowly scooching back, right? Or is he flat-footed sitting there, right? Right now, if he's doing that, I know it's some kind of quarters coverage. And right now I'm talking about a 2x2 formation. Let's bear with that, a 2x2 formation. If he's slowly scooching back like that, I know, quarters coverage, however it plays out. It's 4 press, whatever you want to call that, but some version of 4. If he's off the hash, so what I mean now, so he's here, ball is to my inside here, and he's off the hash, and I talk about a term, cracking the hips. So the ball snapped, he cracks his hips like this, he's off the hash to the boundary. We know it is cloud to the boundary, that is cover 2 to the boundary. Now, when we do that, we'll talk about the mic, and he'll tell us what the whole entire coverage is. If he rotates to the middle field, so again, ball inside, he turns and runs to the middle field, I now know that the coverage is going to be either cover 3, cover 1, or some kind of field rotation. He could, and then if it was a weekly game plan, he rotates to the field, and there, that boundary safety has to be the field half player or something. We'll know by other indicators. If he inserts down, now this is the one when we talk about this. So that boundary safety on the spoke, right, going any direction. This is the one that could be the hardest or the most difficult, because he could be going in a variety of different ways. or different coverage, excuse me. So he's coming down. So it could be cover 3 to the boundary. It could be 4 invert. It could be man, right? So it could be a bunch of those different things. But we have to know based on the other guys. Okay, so that's safety movement. The next thing we talk about is linebacker drops. So we already talked about 1 high, 2 high, man eye, zone eyes. Now we're going to talk about linebacker drops, right? So is it zone drop or man drop? So for when we're reading through the goalpost and we see the boundary safety and we're keying the near linebacker, a man drop for a linebacker would be as simple as he's here, he's just sitting there, just shadowing the running back. Those 2 linebackers are banjoing him. He's not moving anywhere. He's not getting any depth. He'll freeze his feet, and if he gets any depth, he'll be late. And then a zone drop, he's backing up right to his spot. So it's kind of easy to see, or the will linebacker is turning a wall and carrying the slot receiver or whatever it is, or trying to get hands on number 2, all that. So those are the indicators we talk about. So pre-snap identification, 1 high, 2 high, man eye, zone eyes, linebacker skew or safety rotation, and then post-snap confirmation, safety movement. Is he going straight back? Is he off the hash? Is he rotating down? Is he inserting down? And then the linebacker drops. Is there a man drop? Is there a zone drop? Whatever it may be. So that's kind of how we talk about that. I'm going to show some clips here so we can kind of go through that and kind of learn something. So the biggest thing, let's go back real quick. So if the boundary safety goes off the hash, right, to the boundary, cracks his hips and it's cloud, and we see that, and we're reading through the goalpost and we see that Mike Backer turn and run out of there, we now know Tampa 2. And we have a drill, which I can pull up if we have some extra time, of how we practice this, and we go through it. So it's a really good drill. And like I said, I'll probably pull it up if I have some extra time so you guys can see it, but how we practice coverage identification on the field.
Here are winning edge takeaways and ideas for implementation. 1, it's about hard work, dedication, and commitment to your craft. Coach talked about the different places he was, the relationships he made there, and how it helped him to get to where he is today. Remember, as he quoted Bill Walsh, it is about the process and not the prize. 2, apply that same kind of process to your quarterbacks. They need to concentrate on what will produce results rather than solely on the results themselves. So it's not about just get the ball out quick, but the process that leads you there. And 3, prioritize coverage identification, pre- and post-snap confirmation to ensure that your quarterbacks understand what's happening on the field and can make decisions on time. No matter how complex or simple your passing system is, having something in place that really teaches them these things, gives them keys and specific things to look at, can move them through that progression so much faster, and it helps everything in the passing game, including protection. Please check the link in the show notes to get this presentation and all 120 of the 2023 Lawrence First and Goal presentations until the new clinic starts on February 29th. You can save right now up until February 1st. Check the show notes for the premium access ticket. Follow all we're doing at coachandcoordinator.com. Sign up there for a weekly tip sheet, which runs down the best ideas from each week. Follow us on Twitter at Coach K. Grabowski.